This is the Tier 10 Polish Tech Tree Heavy, the 60TP, a vehicle that, surprisingly, I haven't been seeing roll around in the battlefield all too much lately. Maybe it's down to the fact that E100 now deals 680 damage per shot, maybe it's down to the fact that the vehicle got a penetration nerf, but what I can say is the 60TP is still one of the strongest Tier 10 heavies, and a vehicle that I fear going up against in the hands of a skilled player. Let's talk about why this tank is so strong, its strengths, weaknesses, and everything it really has going for it. Now, honestly, it only has two weaknesses. The first is the fact that its heat pen is pretty dookie. 347 is not a lot. I don't really know why Wargaming nerfed it, but yeah, it's pretty mid. When you pair that with the fact the vehicle also fires APCR standard, it's pretty unfortunate to say none the least. Now, I am running Supercharger, which means over distance my APCR doesn't lose as much pen, but still, it's pretty unfortunate that the vehicle features such mediocre pen over really anything compared to the other Tier 10s. When we take a look at the vehicle's gun, we arrive at the other weakness, which is the accuracy. .385 is pretty bad. That's the same as like Soviet Tier 8 heavies. And when you need your shots to count, sometimes this vehicle can really let you down, and it can cause you to lose a game or two. So the gun's great. It's just the accuracy is really bad. But I mean, the alpha damage, 630, incredible, especially when you realize that the vehicle also features tungsten shells, which means you can actually roll over 700 on average if you activate it. The vehicle also features decent damage per minute at 2300, judging that it hit so hard, and its aiming time did get a slight buff in 10.3. It's also pretty fast. Mobility-wise, it reaches a top speed of 36, and it reverses at 15. But that's without adding in gear oil that allows us to go 39 kilometers, actually no, 40 kilometers per hour at a top speed and 19 in reverse. The vehicle is fairly fast for everything considered. It's got a lot of HP, as we can see 2,756, and it features 7 degrees of gun depression, with a turret that literally has no frontal weak spot apart from a very small hatch on the roof. When you pair all these things together, it really does create a beast on the front line. I would say for the average player, the E100 is definitely easier to perform well in, due to the fact that it's just big a chunk. It's got armor everywhere, it's got a super high alpha, heck, you could probably shoot HE only in the E100, and you'd still do okay. This vehicle does require a bit of common sense and skill to do well in, because the gun is so inaccurate, because the fact that it's got a pretty weak ammo rack, and the track wheels are pretty easy to cut through. If you just drive out in the open, it's not like an E100 where you might just live enough to get another shell or two out. In this tank, if you drive out in the open, chances are you're going to get absolutely bonked. But if you play it right, and you understand how to take apart the situations, this is definitely better than the 100 in the majority of areas you'll play. Here we are on Vineyards, and what do we have in our matchup? Concept 1B, 5A, E75, okay, and then they also have an XM66F Azimuth, which will be a little annoying to fight if it does go directly in front of us, especially because this gun is not accurate to hit those weak spots, but I guess we'll find out. You can see here the pretty good mobility of this tank. I mean, it's not like anything insane, but the fact that this vehicle weighs over 60 tons and is able to accelerate this fast is pretty impressive. Now, to be fair, I am running gear oil and improved fuel, but still, it's a fast tank for what it is, especially on that reverse speed being 19. It's a little insane. So we are going to get right into the hull down spots in between base A, B, and C. And we're going to see if we can get any shells. So we got the concept right in front of us. And anybody going to cross this? I always like to see if people want to cross this. We also have the XM66F right in front of us. Let's see. Nobody's crossing. Okay, we got the 5A off to the side. Let's aim it on this side, the 5A really quick. And bonk. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. 650 damage shot into his vehicle. And by the way, this is a spot that the E100 just can't work very well, and you can really easily understand why. The E100 is freaking huge, and this is a area that being large is a pretty big downside, I would say. Let's see, we got the concept. Oh, we got the 5A showing me his side again. Let's put on our tungsten shells for him. Oh, 750. Holy damn. That is a nasty roll. Now our 183 is terrible is the best way to really describe him. He's not dead, but he's really bad. He's got 150 health already. Alright, we got the Waffenträger off to the side. We got the 5A still showing me a side. So just like that, we've been able to kill a full health tier 10 heavy. Now, it's not like he's a good player, but we were still able to kill him, which is pretty dang devastating. So we got the Waffenträger off to the side. We also got the STB off to the side. And let's see. Maybe we can get a shell into the waffle. Aiming, and we're going to load HE. Ah, unfortunate. He is running Spall. I'm a little surprised to see that player running Spall liner, to be completely honest. But, oh well. Our team's doing alright. I mean, our 183 obviously played really bad. But the good news is we have a Yag that's holding the line for me right now. And that's obviously going to help big time when dealing with our opponents. Okay, well that guy's dead, which is obviously pretty important. We got the E75 showing me his flat sides. We're going to aim it on that. Bonk. By the way, do you see how good this vehicle's armor is? The fact that I don't even need to look at the tier 10s in front of me, and they still can't pen me frontally. I mean, that's insane. Also, I cannot believe that concept just got pens like that. Holy, I don't even know what to say, man. Holy, he just got actually deleted. That's insane. All right, let's aim it on the XM, and oh yeah, that's right. You don't want to fight me, bro. Nobody wants to fight the 60 hull down. Alright, well, I can't really pen his hatches, which is kind of insane when you think about it, but yeah, those hatches are super, super strong. But we can aim it on the side of the E75. We ammo racked him, but it was only for 100 damage anyway, so it didn't really matter. We've assisted a lot. The only reason I don't want to overpoke is because I don't know where the 183 is, and that's a little devastating, but you know what? I'm going to go for it. Screw it! Oh, is he showing me the side of his turret? Ah! Good example there of the accuracy. Did you see that shell? Aimed right on the side, on the weak spot, and it just flies very far away. Alright, well, let's reload again. We got 5 more seconds left, and I'm just going to push the XM at this point. I mean, what's he going to do to me? We're just going to plop on our tungsten in a moment here, and bonk. Oh, again. Look at that alpha, 730. That is insane. And like, yeah, the XM is going to be able to shoot me, but it's not going to change the outcome of this game. We got 5 more seconds left on our reload, and we're going to bonk him right in the lower plate. 3, 2, 1, bye-bye. There you go, easy clear. Are we going to be able to shoot the 183? Well, I guess we're going to find out. But even if we don't get any more damage this game, we've already done 4K. We've already supported our team, and we've done a lot. And it shows you just how strong the 60 TP is in really any engagement you get it stuck in. So let's just push over here. Hopefully we don't get ammo racked. I don't think we will, but bonk. There you go. Nice shot. And now that we're in a face hug, this 183 is literally never going to pen me. The Yag's going to bonk him, and that is the end of this player. But that was a solid game. It was a really solid game. We easily held the entire line against our opponents. And it's just such a good example of why the 60 is such a fearsome tank, especially when you're up against players that don't really know what they're doing. Like, what the heck was that 5A doing? Like, bruh. So we did 4,674 damage. We assisted 2,000, so that's 6,700 combined. And, well, we aced it. Honestly, a little surprised we aced it. I guess it was maybe the combined damage, but previously, this tank would have taken like at least 6k to 7,000 damage to ace because of how strong it is. But I think that really just concludes the point that for some reason people have stopped driving this tank. And I guarantee there will be excuses in the comments like, oh, it doesn't have any pen anymore. But really, the tank is still so dang capable. You don't need that much pen as long as you know how to aim, as you saw in that game there. The fact that we were able to roll that 5A for 750 when we activated our tungsten, and we were able to roll that XM6XF for what, 720? You can't do that even in an E100 without getting a high roll, and that's the whole point of tungsten. So it's pretty dang stupid. Here we are in game number 2. Up against us we have an E100, a Mouse, Super Gunk, and a T57 Heavy. Alrighty, well, I am going to make my way over towards base A, and see what we can do here. I think we'll do alright, especially because we can hide our lower plate on the little ramps of the boats here, which should actually be pretty dang solid. So let's try and do that. E4 is off to our side, alrighty. Well, I always like to get right up in this aggressive spot if I can. They must be going this way. Yeah, I was about to say. They kind of have to be. Let's get a nice bonk. Oh, yeah. 617 shot. Right into the lower plate of that E100. And then he missed us, which is even better. Alright, let's reload again. Reloading, reloading. Alright, here we go. Oh, we got a lot of tanks here. Alright, let's aim it on the Mouse. Actually, you know what? We'll just shoot that guy. But of course we got the Super Conk camping in the back. Little cringe, not gonna lie. We lost 600 when we shouldn't have, but oh well. I'm not gonna complain. We're doing alright. I don't know where the heck that mouse penned us. We don't have any shots in our lower plate. Maybe through our side armor? I mean, the Super Conk penned us through the side of the turret, but I mean, that's pretty expected. Alright, let's aim in on that mouse's lower plate, and actually, you know what? Let's just bonk the E100 again if he's going to poke me again. I'm not really sure what that E100's thinking. Also, good example of the fact that even though the heat pen is a bit nerfed on the vehicle, it's still plenty to cut through the majority of armor that you're going to be aiming at. I mean, even an E100 turret, I can easily cut through. Like this. I seriously don't know what that player was thinking. Like, wouldn't you think after, like, the third time you've been penned by me, maybe poking isn't the best decision that you can make? Well, apparently not in that player's mind. Let's aim it on the mouse, and there you go. Nice 550 damage shot. We've had to fire a lot of heat this game, but clearly it has not stopped us from doing a good job. We got the side of the Super Bonker right here, and we are just gonna try and push him. We're gonna activate our Tungsten as well. And this is just kind of a cat and mouse game, but we're going to activate that Tungsten and bonk! Oh! 976. Now we do have the 4005 off to our side, and the only way to really get away from that is to back up like this. There you go. Perfect. Okay, we did lose a little bit to the 4005, but there's really not much you can do about that. Let's hope. Okay, good. E4 does get the clear. That was really important. So we have an AFK E100. Never mind. I thought he was AFK because he's full health, but I guess he's just been doing nothing for the entire game to do anything for our team. Okay, well, E100's going to fight the 263. There's the 57 heavy. All right, let's aim it on that. And oh, that was a lucky shot. That was a super duper lucky shot. Those normally do not hit. Also, how did that guy get spotted? Must have been from our E4, but pretty surprising to say none the least. All right, let's hope that the 263 is not looking at us through that bush. Okay, we're all good. Let's just pull up. We shouldn't be spotted. Oh, 57's right here, aiming. Bonk again. Nice 622 shot. Now we're going to back on up, but I don't know if it's going to matter. Let's try and get into this spot here. Yeah, baby! That's what I'm talking about. He needs a high roll to kill us now, and he doesn't even pen it. Sweet! Alright, well, let's reload again. 3, 2, 1. Bonk! Another 590 damage shot, and the E4 finishes him off. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 60 TP. This tier 10 Polish Heavy is literally unmatched in terms of capabilities. Now, yes, our opponents weren't the best, but still, doesn't take away from the fact that we just did another ace, 5,500 damage, and absolutely deleted our opponents. I would highly recommend, if you have not considered grinding this tank, that you add it to your bucket list, because the whole line itself is fantastic. The tier 9 is one of the best tier 9s, honestly, in the game. The tier 8, one of the best tier 8s. And it's really only the tier 7 that's pretty mediocre, because you never expect the tier 6 to be insane. So once you get past the tier 7, everything is amazing. It's such a good grind. The tanks are amazing. Definitely would recommend. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you'd like to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!